Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. People usually say that water alongside fire are the two most dangerous elements in the world. They're unpredictable and can be devastating. Don't even dare try your chances with them, because there are terrible examples of tsunamis completely wiping entire cities off the face of the earth. The sheer strength of them is unmatched. Therefore, people have grown to respect the seemingly calm sea because they're terrified of their wrath and its magnitude. Or are they? Most of us do, but there are those daredevils who flip a finger and say, "Just you watch me conquer you," to one of the scariest elements on Earth. And that's why today we're going to be looking at the top 10 amazing underwater stunts. Let's dive right in. No pun intended. Number 10. Underwater card trick. Right in the heart of Westminster, London, James Corden decided to tape his live show outdoors. He's accompanied by none other than David Blaine, who surprisingly enough managed to get a huge glass water tank. And guess what the guy does next? He invited the host, James, to jump inside the tank to perform one of the world's rarest underwater card tricks. Being the outgoing guy he is, James Corden immediately accepted the offer, and in they go. First, David shuffles the cards, then fans them out. Then he offers James to choose a card. Mind you, it's been around 60 seconds that they've been inside, so James swims up to catch his breath and dives right in. He chooses his card, and magically, the two of clubs. After James went up a couple of times to catch his breath, David stayed underwater and even drank a glass of wine, which James happily brought. Number 9. Alive drowning. Well, guess Blaine really loves water. In this video, he's enclosed in a spherical glass tank filled with water at Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts in New York, where the guy has been sitting enclosed in his water sphere for 7 whole days. The exhibit, if you can call it that, was open to the public, and little kids were swarming to touch the sphere where one of the world's best magicians was held. And you would think that after 7 days and hands all wrinkled up from water exposure, the man would go home. Not this guy. He actually got out, then dived right back in with the intent of breaking the world record for the longest held breath underwater, which he didn't break as the record was 8 minutes 58 seconds, and Blaine managed to stay submerged for a total of 7 minutes and 29 seconds. Number 8. Penn and Teller go underwater. It'd be a shame if we were talking about dangerous underwater stunts and not talk about the most famous magician duo, Penn and Teller. The card trick requires you smashing that like button. But if we're being serious, it requires 2 audience members, one to measure the time while the others selected the card that Penn had to guess. And you'd think the guy would want to hurry it up a bit, knowing that his partner's life was on the line, but no, he was just as slow as a sloth. Not to mention that he messed up the whole trick and never guessed the audience member's card correctly. Although Teller died in the underwater experiment at the end, he managed to break Houdini's record. It got to 10 minutes and 30 seconds before someone in the audience yelled, "Get him out!" and the card was stuck to Teller's scuba diving headset all along. All joking aside, Teller is alive and well. Number 7. Houdini bridge jump. Harry Houdini is known as one of the great escape artists in the history of the world, and he tested his abilities once again by jumping off a bridge while handcuffed. Back in the summer of 1907, a huge crowd gathered to watch the living legend perform one of his iconic tricks. After the cameras started rolling, he took off his clothes, a policeman secured the handcuffs on his hands, and he jumped into the river. It took him less than 7 seconds to jump outside and swim back to shore, having already unlocked the handcuffs he was tied with. It just goes to show you why he was the best and why so many people gathered to watch his shows. May he rest in peace. Number 6. Lord Nil. Lord Nil was a magician who won the hearts of America in 2018 when he appeared on America's Got Talent and managed to escape from the scorpion trap. After that, it was time for the live show. On the finals, there, Lord Nil kicked the bar 10 notches up and did a 2-person escape trick. He was submerged underwater, completely tied up, while his wife was locked in a metal cage which descended into a snake pit. To save his wife, he had to press the button on top of his tank, and to save himself, his wife needed to give him the pin she had stored in her hair. All was going according to plan, when suddenly his wife dropped the pen. This was followed by Mel B buzzing the act, but they picked up the pace and Lord Nail got out safe and sound. Number 5. Escaped. Almost. This next attempt was done by a young man attempting to put a twist on Houdini's famous escape trick from the straitjacket. But this man did it while submerged underwater, plus all of this was done on Spain's Got Talent. He initially was lifted up by a crane and then submerged underwater. After the 1-minute breathing exercises, he went inside the tank and his assistants locked the top. The clock started ticking, and the host said that after 3 minutes, his body would go into shock if he doesn't manage to escape. After a little bit of struggling, he untied one of the locks, but the clock was ticking and ticking and ticking. As he was trying to unlock the second lock on the cage at around 1 minute 50 seconds, he couldn't take it any longer, got out of the water, and paramedics rushed in the room to save him. So, when they say don't try this at home, you better listen. Number 4. Matt Johnson. Britain's Got Talent has seen its fair share of amazing talents, but none even come close to this guy. He actually put his life on the line and managed to escape death twice on camera. The first time he did a similar trick and the judges were sitting on the edge of their seats, just hoping that nothing would go wrong with the act. The second time, it was a bit different. Matt locked his entire body and put on a metal straitjacket. He then put his head inside a small cube filled with water and got down to business. You could hear a pin drop as Matt was attempting to unlock his first handcuff. The crowds cheered with each and every successful unlocking. When the timer got to 1 minute 50 seconds, the paramedics entered the show. And with his last breath, Johnson opened the cube tank, allowing the water to spill on the floor and releasing him from his watery prison. Number 3. Bulgarian Magician. Christian was a commercial diver who suffered an accident back in 2011. He got out from it a changed man. Although alive, the doctors told him that due to his chemical lung infection, the Norwegian diver didn't accept no for an answer, and slowly but surely began training his body to endure the strain of diving. But this time, he needed no oxygen tank. He applied on a talent show in Bulgaria where he was locked in place by chains and his head was submerged in a tank of water. Using only a metal wire, he managed to unlock all of the chains and stood up as the crowd cheered him on, but not until he gave the jury a near heart attack. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2, Bajua Water Tribe. This is a great subscriber's pick, as the boy in this image is part of the Bajua Water Tribe in Sulawesi, Indonesia. What's so unusual about this tribe? Well, how about the fact that everyone there swims from an early age? They live on houses built on water, and their life depends on the health of the reef and the fish. Plus, don't forget that as many people who live in houses on water, they often need to swim underwater to hunt for food. That's why they've devised and invented a way for holding your breath underwater for prolonged periods of time. And this kid is learning from an early age.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1, Niagara Falls. Did you think for a moment that we wouldn't mention one of the greatest magicians of our time, if not history? And you better believe that we saved the best for last. This one stunt will make all the rest seem like a walk in the park. The man behind it, David Copperfield. What did he do? Oh, he just fell from the biggest and most dangerous waterfall in the US, Niagara. So, this guy put himself in a cage, locked the cage, which was suspended on a raft, and set the raft on fire. Then the assistants casually put the raft on the water, where it went to the end of the waterfall and fell down into the turbulent water. How the hell is he going to get out of this one? Well, they don't call him Copperfield for nothing. There he was hanging in a helicopter wire over the falls, and how he did it is a mystery to this day. That's our list, guys. Hey, what are some insane stunts you've done underwater? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.